Welcome, Bulls fans, to our weekly preview for October 5th and 6th, 2018, as the North Iowa Bulls head on the road to take on the St. Louis Junior Blues. The Bulls are 4-2 on the season after splitting their weekend series against the Rochester Grizzlies and the New Ulm Steel. Before we take a look at this weekend series against the Junior Blues, though, let's take a look back at Friday and Saturday and check out the highlights from this week's games. We start on Friday night with the Bulls looking for the win in their first ever game against the Rochester Grizzlies, but Richard Szabo with this turnaround goal makes it 1-0. Midway through the second, the Bulls on the penalty kill, Nick Buckland a turnover. Peter Verstegen there to clean it up, and North Iowa ties it 1-1. Late in the second period, though, check out this give and go, getting it back to Richard Szabo. He beats Evan Babacool to take the lead. Babacool made 47 saves, but how do you stop this one? Szabo swatting it out of midair. He scores in the third as the Grizzlies win it 3-1 for their first win ever against North Iowa. The Bulls took it out on New Ulm the next night, though. First period, Cam Fagerly lying in wait for this one-timer. Just tap it in. North Iowa up 1-0. 4 minutes later, Zach Simon shot dribbled away, so he throws it to the middle for Jordan Rue. Turnaround, Bright Eyes. Bulls up 2-0 going to the break. Second period now. Bulls on another penalty kill. Matt Dulcide finding Brendan Studioso just hanging out at the blue line. Now he's on the move, and it's in the net. North Iowa up 3-0. With 20 minutes to go. They added 4 in the final period and capped it with this one. 5-hole for Matt Dulcide with 2:19 to go. North Iowa gets a 7-0 victory over the Steel. 32 saves and a shutout for Connor Pozos in the win.
Whenever they can get at least three makes you feel real good. It takes a little bit of the weight off my shoulders.
With the split, the Bulls come into the weekend at 4-2 on the season. St. Louis is 4-0-1. They were off last weekend, but they did take 3 of 4 possible points from Granite City in their weekend series 2 weeks ago, and this will be their home opener Friday and Saturday at the Afton Ice Rink in Afton, Missouri. 2 biggest things you need to know for this weekend's games in St. Louis. We call them our need to know, and it starts with how the Bulls and the Junior Blues have done the past 2 years. It's been a very, very even series. Over the last 8 games, each team has won 4 games. However, St. Louis did give up a couple of overtime points to the Bulls in their series in St. Louis last season. The Bulls won both games at home in regulation against the Junior Blues near the end of the season. And the Junior Blues bring back 7 players from last year's team that made it to the Frazier Cup Finals and actually took the Metro Jets to overtime in that Frazier Cup championship game. Players to watch for this weekend, starting with the Bulls, Zach Simon, who had 2 assists against New Ulm on Saturday in his first game at defenseman. He has played forward for the Bulls, but made his blue line debut on Saturday night against the Steel and had a couple of assists in that game. And you'll want to watch Matt Dulcide. He's had the first goal in a couple of games already this season and has been a major tone setter for the Bulls in their games so far on the year. For St. Louis, Matt Monreal will be a player to watch. He's had points in all 5 of his games so far, and Will Baginski had 5 points in the Frazier Cup tournament last year. He's already got 10 this year and is among the team leaders in scoring coming into their first home game. And as we wind down our weekly preview for this season, you'll notice the same high-definition video that you're watching this weekly preview in is also the same high-definition video that you were watching the North Iowa Bulls game against the New Ulm Steel in on Hockey TV on Saturday night. And the North Iowa Bulls have added high-definition Hockey TV video for this season, which will mean a better viewing experience for our players who are going to be watching the video in their film sessions and checking out opponents with that video off of Hockey TV. Coaches will have a better experience with the high-definition video as well, not to mention scouts that'll be checking out the players on video from across the country as they fill in their college teams in the years to come, but also you, our fans, who are not able to make it to the North Iowa Ice Arena, you'll be able to check out the games in high definition on Hockey TV when we're playing at home here at the barn. And this is how we do it. This is our video camera for Hockey TV. As you can tell, it's nothing fancy, nothing huge, but it certainly gets the job done for us, and that will help us bring you a higher quality video experience, higher quality audio, and as you've probably noticed in standard definition in previous years, the lighting is somewhat better with the new high definition video here in the barn as well. so that will help with the viewing experience too. North Iowa is on the road Friday and Saturday. It's a 7 o'clock start time on Friday evening and Saturday at 2 o'clock from the Afton Ice Rink in Afton, Missouri. That's suburban St. Louis on the Mississippi River side. And the North Iowa Bulls are on the road again next week, October 12th and 13th at the Granite City Lumberjacks as they return to West Division play. The Bulls are back home on October 19th and 20th, Friday and Saturday night, as they once again take on the Breezy Point North Stars. They'll play the North Stars again the following Saturday, October 27th, to wind down play for the month of October. North Iowa will play all 6 games against the Breezy Point North Stars before Thanksgiving this season to wind down their season series early. All games this season are on Hockey TV, which means you'll be able to check out the Bulls on Hockey TV from the Afton Ice Rink if you're not able to make the trip down to St. Louis. And again, that's 7 o'clock Friday and 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. For all the news and information, check out the website, northiowabulls.com, or our social media, Facebook and Twitter, at North Iowa Bulls. And good luck to the Bulls as they head on the road this week to take on the defending Fraser Cup finalists from St. Louis. So until next time, Austin Draude for the Bulls. We'll see you at the rink.